we have the current cryptocurrency market for update for Bitcoin against the US dollar. Cryptocurrency ticker is BTC. So what we're looking at here is the weekly price chart. We can see a fairly clear price pattern that is starting to form here. So what I wanted to do with this video was to sort of take a bit of a longer term view and sort of assess where we are at the moment, because it is very clear that Bitcoin is sort of consolidating at these upper levels here. And many people have started to call this a stalling point. Even people that are bullish on Bitcoin, I have seen people making comments about how they think that this is a negative event. That we're starting to stall out here, and that maybe we're moving into a resistance zone that could lead to cryptocurrency prices that are starting to collapse again from here. I will be going over why I think that that's not exactly true at the moment. And that is the reason I did want to start out with this longer term weekly price chart here. So what we're looking at specifically, each candle on this time frame represents a full week trading period. And we started to see some consolidation right around the 70,000 mark. This is a very clear level of importance, not only for psychological reasons, but it does also coincide with these prior price highs, which were developed toward the end of 2021, really November 2021. So, this is a very clear sort of inflection point for Bitcoin. And as we can see, the market price really has not been able to maintain itself for a very long period of time in these upper regions. So when we start to see, markets turn around from that area, the movements have been quite substantial in the past. I mean, we have seen cryptocurrency prices, and this is not this level here, but we have seen, ultimate lows coming in right around 15,000, right around 15,400, right? So 15,460, I'll just write that in here. So, the last time that we saw, market prices kind of trading in this area, the declines were massive. I mean, we did see a very huge destruction here in market cap, and those ultimate price lows did come in below 16,000. So obviously we have started to rebound since then. And what is starting to emerge here is the development of a bull flag pattern. And this would be an interesting price pattern here because, as we know, I mean, people that have been following my work on these specific price patterns, we have seen these this year with NVIDIA, for example, was a very good example of this. That's actually what projected stock prices into right around 138 previously, and that ultimate price high came in at 140. It was less than $2.50 away from the top. So these can be highly accurate projections. We've seen these recently in DJT, the Donald Trump stock. We have seen bull flag patterns emerge recently there as well, and now we're starting to see one in Bitcoin. And this is in the longer term time frame. So this does really sort of solidify the validity of this price pattern. This is not as if we're seeing this on a short term time frame. This is the weekly price chart. So that's one of the longest term time frames that we could be looking at. So ultimately, the reason that I'm saying that this is so significant is because if we do see share prices convincingly break above the top of the flag pattern, the price projections are quite massive. I mean, technically, I think that we have broken above here, but the breakout is a bit weak, and I don't want to be too premature here, jump the gun at all, and fall victim to a false breakout here, because we are starting to see some weekly activity here that is moving in the other direction. I would really need to see more of a movement lower here in order to consider this to be a false breakout. And we did see share prices. We did see cryptocurrency prices close above the top of this flag pattern here. So this would have occurred last week. We did actually see that price close, in the area where it would need to be in order to trigger the pattern. So just quickly here, what we're going to look at just to close the video is to sort of assess this upside price projection here. So it would be equal to the length of the flag pole. So we're going to need to kind of play with the chart a bit here. But what this would tell us is that, if we look at the breakout point, which would be here, this would give us a price projection that would look something like this. And overall, this could send prices, right around $115,000. It's a bit inexact, especially when you're dealing with something like a cryptocurrency. These are obviously highly volatile instruments. There's a lot of slippage and things like that. There's even some differences between exchange valuations. So, we can't really come up with an exact price zone, but this does give us a rough idea of what could be expected, if we do continue to see a convincing breakout of this pattern. So I do think that this is probably the real thing. And the reason I say that is because we're just seeing so much consolidative activity in these upper levels. And just from what I've been seeing, just sort of anecdotally, a lot of people do seem to be a bit frustrated with the price action that's occurring here. We're breaking out to these upper levels. Why are we not breaking to new highs? Last time we were here, we fell to 15,000. Those are valid concerns, and that could still wind up being true. But in my view, that's not the most likely outcome here because we're just seeing so much consolidating activity in this area. I mean, we weren't really seeing that previously. You could make the argument that we were seeing some of it around here toward maybe the middle of 2021, but share prices did sort of collapse there quite sharply, and then we moved back into 70,000 roughly. And share prices, I keep doing that. I mostly cover stocks. But all the rules are the same here for technical analysis. There are no differences with cryptocurrencies. So, but the last time we were in this 70,000 region, we weren't holding here for very long. And then, of course, we did see that major collapse. I would argue that that's not really occurring here. I mean, we are seeing a much more prolonged movement in this area. These price moves have been much more sustained and sustainable, I think, also. So, it is a bit of a weak break at the moment. We are seeing a bit of downside action here, but last week would have been the upside trigger, would have confirmed the upside break of this bull flag pattern, because we did see a weekly close. Let's get a number here. That would have come in above 69,000. So that, it's also even above this prior resistance high as well. So those are both positive signals. And, just given the amount of consolidation activity that we've seen here, that to me might be the most significant signal that this bull flag pattern could be the real thing. So, it's possible that we will see things reverse here, but it's also possible that we might finally see Bitcoin reach above that magical $100,000 level that Tom Lee has been talking about for the last 5 years. His projected price target every year for the last 5 years or so has been 100,000. Well, this might actually be the trigger for that type of event. So here's the current cryptocurrency update for Bitcoin against the US dollar, cryptocurrency ticker BTC. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.